let's think about the construction game for a moment, okay? Let's think about the construction game. I'm going to give you here a little graphic to help describe the construction game. By the way, I got this from a gentleman named Mark Nielsen, who's a long-time employee of Tykert Construction. Mark would be a terrific guy for you guys to work with as well. He's a great guy. So I took it from him, straight stole it from one of my clients. It's a great idea. Okay. What is revenue? What's revenue? No, revenue is not profit. Revenue is the, yes. Yeah, it's the top line. It's the money that comes into the business. What's cost? Yeah, so you bid a project for a certain amount, and then it costs you something to build that project, right? Now, your profit level is determined by the gap between your revenue and your cost. You guys understand that? It's awesome, right? I like it. Nice and simple. No rocket science from me here today, by the way. Revenue and cost. The construction game is really simple. You want to widen the gap between your revenue and your cost. Because what happens when you widen the gap between your revenue and your cost? Profit goes up. Okay? So, you want to widen the gap between revenue and cost so that you can grow your profit. Because when you grow your profit, you bring more money into the company so you can build more projects, hire more people, and be more successful. Okay? Cash is king in the construction game. It's the lifeblood of the organization. And so you want to focus on profit level. Now, this squiggly line, you like that? It's really cool, huh? It's a spring. It's a spring. So what that indicates is the gap between profit and cost is flexible. It can get bigger and it can get smaller. You guys follow that so far? Okay, now, competitors, market conditions, customer budgets. What can all of those do? They can drive down your revenue. How are market conditions in construction right now? They're awesome. They're awesome. But it's not going to be like that forever, right? Sooner or later, market conditions are going to have an effect on revenue. How much control do you have over market conditions? Zero. How much control do you have over weather? Zero, right? Customer budgets, you don't have a lot of control over that either. If you're working with public agencies, right, they get budgets as a result of the taxes they collect and all that kind of stuff. You don't have any control over that, but it has an effect on you. Okay? Now, weather, regulation compliance, customer demands, materials and sub-prices, all of those can drive your costs up and narrow the gap between your revenue and your cost and therefore narrow your profit. You guys understand that? All right. Now, all of those things are happening on the outside of the organization. And all of those things you have really no control over. Let's focus on the things that you do have control over, because the game is identifying what you have control over and then executing those things at the highest possible level. Just like Mike Trout identifies what he has control over, he doesn't worry about the crowd, he doesn't worry about the awesome shortstop who may catch his line drive. He identifies what he has control over and he focuses on executing those things at the highest possible level. You guys follow that? Okay. Value engineering. Right? So you get it, you win a bid, and then you know what you do? You figure out what it's really going to cost. You bid it at this level, and then you get smart and start working the numbers and working the plan and seeing what you can come up with. Bid accuracy. Man, that's a huge one. I was working with one of my clients this week, and one of his estimators, he missed stuff on the takeoff. So if you miss stuff on the takeoff, what happens to your bid? Your bid sucks. Right? And the GC or the owner says, sure, we'll do it for that number. And you're like, yeah, I won the bid. And then, a month later or a year later, however long the project is, you figure out your bid wasn't that accurate. Okay? And then what do you have? Customer service. I tell you, construction is a people business at the end of the day. One of the things you have to learn is particularly for younger generations, let me just give you a tip. One of the ways you can distinguish yourself from other people between 20 and 40 is when you have an issue with someone like a contractor or with a client or with a project partner, get in your truck, drive out to the job site or drive to the office and look that person in the eye and have a conversation. Don't send the CYA emails CCing everyone so you can cover your butt and hope everything's going to work out okay. Get in your truck, pick up the phone, and have the tough conversations. Service your customers. Okay? That's going to help to drive up revenue because they're going to pick up the phone. Next time they have a job, they're going to say, hey, that company took care of me. And that dude or that woman in that company took care of me, so I'm going to give them last look at the bid. Customer service is massive in construction. Market knowledge. That can help to drive up revenue. Knowing where to bid and what to bid. Bid strategy and change order management. All of those drive up revenue. Okay, now check this out. Operating costs, quality and rework, safety, productivity, material and sub-management, and then cash flow, all of those drive down costs. And again, the game is to drive up revenue and drive down costs so you increase profit. That's the game. Okay? All right. All of those things in blue should be controlled by operating systems and processes.